Hello. No, it's I was meant to post some other videos before I posted this one, but chronologically things have fallen out of sync. You may be able to hear it. I am feeling a little bit under the weather, having just come back from a trip. More on that later. But I've got some exciting, interesting pickups which I really need to get this video out so that I can process the other major one, which I'll tell you about at the end. I don't know if you guys remember when I got Wild Guns and Maximum Carnage. I found out that retro game sales in Australia tend to be a little bit cheaper for certain things, auctions in particular, and there's bargains that can be had down under. And I don't know if I told you, but I've got some close family down in Melbourne which I can ship these to and then at a convenient point go down and grab them off them. And I recently just saw them again, so I've been purchasing bits and pieces from Melbourne as I see it, and it was just a nice little pickup session. I did buy a couple at the end just because I knew I was seeing them, so yeah, may have spent a little bit more money than I probably should have done recently, but what the hell, you only live once, eh? So going down in order of pickup value, let's say, let's just go down. So one of the things I've been meaning to do is complete empty boxes which I've purchased. This is a little bit of a fudge. A lot of you guys will know this is clearly a UK box. If you have a look on the back, it's got the UK writing, so yeah, as you'd expect. Whereas I got the cart only. Again, I think it's pretty cheap. I'd have to check how much I actually paid for this thing, but you can just about make it out there, hopefully. It says it's got the Oz code on it, but they are PAL, so it's PAL. It's interesting, on the back on the label it says UKV, so that literally doesn't bother me at all. Again, note this, I don't have any manual now for Super Turrican, but at least I know I've got a boxed version of the game, which is quite nice. I'll have to check, like I said, how much I paid for it, but I think it was pretty cheap. So yeah, that's a nice one to add. So no longer have the empty box. I'll find an insert from somewhere and just stick this in. So yeah, let's pick up number one. Okay, pick up number two. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, probably when I got Terranigma, that one of the interesting things, or games that interest me I should say, on the SNES are the end of the line games. So that came out right at the end of the console's life cycle. There was that Timon and Pumbaa party animal game. I don't know if you guys remember that. Definitely Terranigma was there as a game that came out right at the very end. And so I was doing some research on other games which released towards the end of the SNES life cycle, and this one piqued my interest. Donald Duck and Maui Mallard. So in this one, I think I saw SNES Drunk do a video on it, and I thought it looked quite interesting. He plays Donald Duck, but then he has like a ninja alter ego. Game footage will be there if you guys haven't seen it already. And yeah, I think this came out at the end of the SNES life cycle. It says 1996 on the box, which I think is tail end. The N64 was just coming out. Yeah, again, sadly, this one is Australia stamped. I think you can get a PAL version of it, so it's not like it was limited to Australia. But again, I think this was pretty cheap for how much they go for. I'll chuck in my purchase price from my eBay records, and I'll chuck in how much this game usually goes for. I think it was a steal, so yeah, I'm happy to add that. For me, it's nice to have, just A, being from Australia and the connection with family and stuff, and also the fact that it's the end of the line. Alright, so this next game is a special one. You'll be able to tell from up there that I'm a big Zelda fan, and in the UK the PAL versions of this game, you guys all know, there's just the boring black box, whereas in Australia they got this bad boy as a special collector's edition. You can read there. So usually it's stateside where they have the gold boxes for the Zelda, for the Ocarina of Time, whereas Nintendo did do Australia a bit of a service on this. Just take it out there. Unfortunately, this was without the manual, and the manual is also gold, so in all fairness, I probably do need to get a manual. It was pretty cheap for what it was, so I'm happy with the price. The box itself is in really good condition, and a lot of them that you see on eBay for this, the carts are usually quite battered, whereas you'll see from this, the gold cart relatively unmarked. I mean, that in itself looks fantastic, right, compared to the boring PAL one that we got, the UK version, which is the grey cart with the black label. I think, yeah, it is a black label on Ocarina of Time, so you got the gold cart with a gold label, along with this really shiny gold box. Better be careful, no, don't want to damage it now. So yeah, other than missing the manual, which I'll show a picture of, which I can just ship that again to my family's residence. It's relatively small, so it's no problem. I was thinking, TJ, do I replace Ocarina of Time on the shelf? Where is it? It's got to be there, right there. But I think actually looking at it, if I do that, it's going to like make the display look a little bit off, because I've got the gold Link to the Past in the middle. And I quite like how that looks. So putting this even golder box next to it, I don't think it's going to work. But obviously, I mean, this has to be on display, right? It has to be on display. So I'm probably going to sub off on the N64 wall one of the other games. At the moment, GT64 is winning. So I think GT64 is quite central. Yeah, it's coming down. It's definitely gonna be replaced. So really happy to add this to the collection. I think it was 90 odd quid, and yeah, you see them going for a lot more, I think. Especially in this condition, it's pretty good. So yeah, really happy with that. This next game, I think, is only PAL in Australia, and I think it is quite desirable. The only reason I got this was because it was an auction that I just had a look at all the SNES game auctions before I was meeting up with the family, and then I saw this was going for a lot less. It was going for about less than half what the buy now versions were, so I thought, should I pull the trigger on it? It was a lot of money, but then compared to the others, it wasn't a lot of money. I thought I'll just put in an opening bid. If I win it, I'll win. If I don't, I don't. And that is Harvest Moon. Again, Aussie label there. I think it is an Aussie release. I don't think this came out in the UK. If you know otherwise, check me in the comments. I'll do a little bit of research afterwards anyway. But yeah, I'll take this bad boy out. Box is in very good condition again, very clean, all sharp edges. I think all tabs are present. Let's have a look at the manual and the cart. Yeah, the cart is in very good condition. I've never played any of the Harvest Moon games. I think this was the first one. I think it was the first one. It's a farming simulator, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, manual is also very clean, so it's a very good condition copy of the game. And like I said, I paid roughly half of what the going rate was for buy now options, which I'm quite proud of. I'm quite happy with. Not proud, happy with. Given, like I said, I think it is Australian only. We didn't get a UK release. I think this is quite a desirable game to have in the collection. Like I said, it looks fantastic, the artwork. It's not a game that I've seen out in the wild in the UK, that's for sure. The gameplay footage will be there anyway, so you'll be able to see. It looks like a top-down overhead. Yeah, Farming Simulator. Never played any of these Harvest Moon games. I know the GameCube one is meant to be quite well thought after. Again, this will go up because of its value. It has to go on the SNES wall. At the moment, I'm thinking of taking down. I'm going to remove Tiny Toon Adventures. I think that's a bit of a basic game, and Goof Troop. I think are the two games that can come down to make space for the next one. So yeah, this is gonna go up in a rather central position. And I've got Super Mario World 2 up there as well, which isn't like a super desirable game. Well, it is desirable, but you know, it's not super rare or super valuable, whereas this bad boy is worth some pennies. So yeah, again, nice little pickup from Australia. Happy to add that. And last, but certainly not least, I have been after this one for quite a while. It was high up on the list in terms of desirability, but because of its cost, I kind of put it to one side. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get this game because of how much it goes for. But yeah, I managed to get lucky, I think, with this. So the price I paid was, again, it was a lot of money, but for what it is, I think it worked out well. And that is Spargane. Look at that. You can see that unfortunately the box condition for this one isn't quite so hot, so you can see there's a lot of wear along the edge colours. Still, it's very sharp in terms of its overall shape, so that's good. The tabs are all there. There's no like sticker damage. There's no writing on it. It's just literally the cardboard colour wear, which I think is okay. I can live with that. Somebody said, I saw it, that this was a really expensive game because it was a blockbuster limited edition. I don't know if that's true or not. Either way, this price of this game is nuts in general. As you can see here, yeah, instruction manual again looking good. This is one of those ones where you can see it there. It's got UK, France, and Germany listed. So have a look on the back. Yeah, UK, France, and Germany. So this was a general PAL release, which they essentially just shipped out to all three regions. So yeah, like I said, the manual is okay. And the cart as well looks okay. A little bit of wear, some writing there, and a sticker. So some permanent marker, writing and sticker. But overall, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, this was the most expensive out of these games. As per usual, I'm not going to tell you how much I paid, simply because it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but I'll add in eBay asking prices there, and I'll write in whether it's what the price is like with respect to those. But yeah, once again, my goal, I think, with the SNES collection now, instead of just buying, filler. Buying filler now doesn't interest me because it's kind of... There's no excitement in just stuck in the shelf full of filler. Do you know what I mean? If I want to try and complete the entire SNES set, then obviously I'm going to have to get them. But what really gets my blood pumping, I guess, in a way, is picking up the uncommon, rare, and super rare games. And Hagane and I think Harvest Moon are both high on that list. The other ones that I've got a keen interest in are Demon's Crest. I think I'd like. There's a couple of Capcom games. There's one called The Magic Sword, which looks really nice. There is a game called Knights of the Round, which I've seen in a few places. That looks really nice. That's a desirable game to have. And then I think there's another one called Sonic Commando 1 and 2, which again look like rare uncommon games, which, you know, I've never seen Sonic Commando or Knights of the Round, out in the wild. Can't recall seeing them on auctions without having particularly looked for them. Demon's Crest again, I've never seen a boxed one of those out in the wild. So yeah, it's stuff like that. I think I'm looking forward to add to the collection, just because my goal. I don't know if I can pivot. Just about the goal with the gaming wall display for me now. It's all about having, you know, the pieces up there that you just don't see often around at all. I think I'm doing pretty well in that regard with stuff like NFL football, there's this Chrono Trigger, the Soul Blazer, Wild Guns, Sunset Riders, do you know what I mean? Hurricanes, I've got Adventures of Superman, Turtles in Time, do you know what I mean? I want to get all the games which you just don't see often. So you guys know, over there I've got a Vampire's Kiss cart. To get a box for that is going to cost a fortune. I also have a Fireman cart. So those two super rare, desirable games. But yeah, without the box I can't really put them on display, which is a shame. But that's the sort of caliber of game that I'm after. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to be looking at in the future. I'm going to take it easy on the gaming hunt for the new purchases going forward. Which was the best way of doing this? So in the last video I announced that I was going to Japan. However, I never uploaded that video for whatever stupid reason. So yeah, I need to process that video and upload it. Then I've got this video which will process after that one and upload it. And then yeah, I've got a shed load of pickups, and video capture footage from Tokyo. There's going to be multiple videos worth to go through, looking at it, giving my overall, you know, shop tours, what I saw, what I thought, the general sightseeing. There's loads of videos there to be made. So yeah, I'll be processing those and triple uploading them over the next few weeks. I really need to record all the video because I've got so much games. I'm looking at it right now. You guys can't see it, it's a bit of a tease, but I've got so many pickups I need to put away that I need to capture the video, and you can hear from my voice I feel terrible. So here's hoping I recover and I can get those videos recorded this week. But yeah, that's what's going to be coming to the channel next, the Japan tours, and that should take me there or thereabouts up to Christmas if I worked it out right, maybe just before. But yeah, if you stayed this long, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the high-end pickups from Australia. I don't know what you guys think. For me, they're fantastic additions and I'm really glad to add them. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.